Hello there. So a couple of months ago, I went to California and went to this giant art warehouse. And in that giant art warehouse, I came across this paint. This is apparently acrylic gouache, which I personally have never heard of in my life. I've heard of acrylic, I've heard of gouache, but I've never heard of paint that combines the two. My friend that was with me that's also an artist didn't know what it was either, so I thought, video idea. Is it gouache or is it acrylic? Today, we are going to find out. Okay, so these are the Liquitex acrylic gouache paints that I purchased in the art warehouse. This is a 12-piece set, which is all fine and good, but I decided there weren't enough pretty colours in there, so I bought 4 more. So I know nobody really likes reading instructions or directions, but you know what? I'm going to do that for you today. You're welcome. Meet acrylic gouache, the most highly pigmented of all our paints, with a solid flat matte finish, intense colours, no brush strokes, no cracking, and no need to dilute. Wait, hold on. No need to dilute. So essentially, these are acrylic paints then, right? I'm so confused. It has all of the qualities of a conventional gouache with the permanence, stability and durability of an acrylic. This set brings together the selection of core colours to help you build your base palette, which is great. But again, I was asking myself the question, what's actually the difference between this and acrylic paint? So after my very lengthy 30-second deep dive into the internet, I came across a website called jacksonsart.com, and he really well lays out the difference between each type of paint. Acrylic gouache, however, has characteristics of both. It's opaque and matte, quick drying, and it's also water resistant once dry. So basically, the difference is it dries looking like a gouache, but it doesn't behave like a gouache. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Chloe, just be quiet and let me see you swatch for 10 minutes. But personally, I think swatching is incredibly boring to watch. So just a 10-second clip here of me doing that. There you go. Swatches, very pigmented, very thick. Love the way it goes on. Also, it dries looking just like gouache. So I'm really excited at this point to actually just use it. Hi. This video is sponsored by Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with over 25,000 classes in art, illustration, business, painting, photography, web design, entrepreneurship, and much more. I actually took a class on gouache the other day in preparation for this video because I've used acrylic paint many times, but I've only used gouache one time, so I needed the help. Although as I say this, I've just noticed that Brandon Woeful just uploaded a class about photography and how he does it, and I'm a massive fan of his, so I know what I'm going to be doing this Friday night. I'm getting old. If you would like to take unlimited classes for free for 2 months on Skillshare, check out the link in the description they kindly provided me with. And if you would like to stick around with Skillshare, you can get an annual subscription for less than $10 a month. Fantastic, can't recommend them enough. Check it out, thank you Skillshare, and I am just a floating head. Oh look, this is new. Chloe's organising her desk for once. Who is she? So I'm going to be using the Arteza acrylic paper today because it's my favourite paper in the world to actually paint on. It's pretty cheap. This is a paper cutter. It's very helpful for cutting paper. It's a bit small though, so every time I try to put anything that's slightly larger inside of it, I have to actually rip it first and then stick it in and then keep cutting it. Also, it's not cutting evenly. I mean, you can clearly see that is uneven. Someone recommend me a good paper cutter, please, because this one just is not doing the thing. So I had an idea with what I wanted to do, so I took my blue Colorase pencil to lightly sketch out the scene that I was painting. Not that you can even see it whatsoever in the slightest bit, but just take my word for it, it is there. Then I unwrapped the paint and tried to neatly lay them out to be aesthetic. It didn't work, because it's me. Anyway, the bottles were cool though, because look, it's like a squeezy bottle of ketchup, but instead of ketchup, it's filled with a mysterious paint that I still don't really know the point of. And let me now pretend to squeeze the paint above my new sheet of paper. Very smart, Chloe. Got out my colour wheel because it's very handy to have for quick reference, and I've already got paint on my hands. I really don't know at this point how I do it. I just don't even know anymore. It's just not even funny. I don't even get it. So this stuff is opaque. And when I say opaque, I mean opaque. It's so opaque that it makes opaqueness look transparent. It dries ridiculously fast as well, so you have even less time to blend them out than you do with regular acrylic, but honestly, it's totally fine. I have about 16 million shades of green there, as you can see, because it did keep drying up a lot, but honestly, it was good. I can't really say anything bad against it because it was very silky. And I'm not like the biggest user of gouache. I've used it literally once, but this was amazingly fun to use, I'm not gonna lie. Also, I think I might address something quite important now. You might be wondering why I'm actually making art in a video on my channel. The reason is I have a lot of people who like to tell me that I'm not an artist because I haven't made art in about 3 videos. So this is for you. So remember how at the start of this video I said that I bought 4 more paints because they were pretty colours and I didn't really want to just stick to the ones in the set. And then I've just made a very heavy green and blue piece. So I wanted to do a scene because I do enjoy making them a lot. I will also put this piece for sale, by the way, on my website if you would like to purchase it. I'll make prints of it at some point as well. I don't know if I'll put them on sale with this, but hey, if you want to check it out, artofclayrose.com is where I'm going to put it. I tried to go for a more animated style, but still keeping more of a realistic sense, if that makes sense. I kind of don't like recreating perfect still from life kind of paintings. I like to give it a more animated, stylized type thing. I don't know if I achieved that so much in this one. I think I did. I don't know. It was more of an experimental thing, and this took me maybe just over an hour to do. So I would like to actually sit with these paints at some point and properly give it a go off camera to see if I do anything different. Honestly, they did just work pretty much exactly like acrylic paints do, but dried like gouache. I still, other than the finish you get at the end, I don't feel that this is really something you can call acrylic gouache. Personally, I think it's just amazing paint that has a nice finish to it, and that's pretty much it, because I don't know how else to describe it. It's just paint that doesn't need to exist, but it does. So give it a try. I think you would like it. If you like painting, you probably would like this as well. Maybe I'm missing something. I don't know. All I know is I really like it a lot. And that's about it. I would like to know, by the way, what you would like me to talk about if ever I do voiceovers, because I feel like I don't make art very much in videos because I feel like speed paints can get boring. Is that just me? Does anyone get bored watching speed paints? I don't know. Maybe I just have a short attention span, but I just find it a bit boring. I don't know. Tell me what you'd like me to talk about or explain. I could talk more about this piece maybe. I just stuck a bunch of the base colours down and then I was able to lighten them up because it's gouache acrylic. I can lighten up the paints, which is handy. Obviously with watercolour itself you can't remotely lighten up, so this is where this type of paint is good. So I just put down a base layer of green, dark green, and then I gradually lightened it up, darkened it up, and then just put in some chunks and tried to make the main focus the lake area. So I did the leaves on the sides, but I didn't do them too detailed because I didn't want those leaves to be the focus. I wanted the lake part with the little ducks to be the focus. I also mixed a lot of warm and cool colours as well, so you can kind of see some warmer yellow greens, but then you can also see some bluish greens mixed in there as well. I'm really just trying to up my game a little bit with painting and just experiment a little bit more. And I'm curious as well because I have 3 classes on Skillshare at the moment. 2 are digital art classes, 1 is a watercolour class, and I'm really due to make another one soon. So I'm curious if anyone's interested. What kind of things would you like to actually learn from me? Would you like to learn more digital stuff or maybe more painting scenery type things? I'm very, very curious to know what your preference is. So do leave me a comment in the comments down below because it does help me out greatly. So this is what it looks like so far. It was like a little duck pond that I wanted to make on a lake and keep my style but make it a little bit more realistic this time. What do you think? Do you like this kind of style? I would love to make bigger pieces, and I actually have like a massive, massive canvas in the cupboard at the moment that I'm going to paint on at some point, which I'm very excited for. Also, it's off topic, but I actually do have Instagram if you don't follow me over there. I'm trying to build up my Instagram a little bit. I'm very excited to just post more on there. I'm going to post more about my life in general as well as art instead of just art because I feel like, I don't know, I don't always have art to post and I don't always want to post art on Instagram. So then I go like 3 months without posting. So that's the plan. Make sure you follow me there. I also uploaded a post recently, which was quite, what's the word? Quite important, a post that I uploaded. So if you do get a chance to go and read that, I would really, really appreciate it, because it's kind of speaking through some things that I went through this year, and it's just my way of letting you all know and that kind of thing. So definitely check it out if you can. And yeah, this is how it came out. I know this isn't the longest video in the world because I wasn't really sure what to talk about, but this is how it looks. I'm really, really happy with the actual paint itself. Beautiful to work with. I had a lot of fun. I'm definitely going to be using this again. I think this is going to be a paint that I'm going to repeatedly go back to in the future. And yeah, this is how it looks. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and give it a like if you liked it, or if you didn't, give it a dislike. But yeah, it's a little duck pond, and I love ducks. I love ducks. Anyone else love ducks? I love ducks. I think they're cute. So I think it's about time I stopped rambling and let you all go on and live your lives. So thank you so much for watching this video. I really, really hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. Definitely check out that gouache class I talked about, by the way, because it was very, very beneficial and helpful to me during this painting process. And yes, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next video.